Hello, welcome back to HCS Weekly, your weekly destination for all things HCS. I'm your host, ShyWay, and we're back. We actually have some news this time, and of course, we have our interview as well. As you guys know, Halo Reach has been around for some time now. The hype has kind of died down, and people are wondering what to play and how to have fun, how to get excited about the game. So, thankfully, that's the topic of today's episode. We're going to talk about how to enjoy the game and have the most fun, have the best time with some of the stuff that's there. There's some amazing content in this game that people aren't really talking about and aren't playing. So we're going to get that going. Of course, we have two amazing people coming on the show who know how to have a good time in Halo. So that's going to be great. Before we get there, though, let's talk about our news. We got MattyRums from NewCombo.com joining us for the news. Matty, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Not much, man. Happy New Year. We haven't,
it's been a while
talked since New Year. Yeah.
How the winter. I've been busy, very busy. Winter time is very, very busy for me with my job, my real job, 9 to 5. I get pulled into work and a lot of overtime.
You don't get the true holiday experience? It's just more work for you? Is that?
I do, but it's a lot of overtime days, a lot of weekends. So
right. Oh no, man.
Yeah.
I remember working in retail in holidays was the worst. I worked in a mall where it doesn't close except New Year's Day. So Christmas is like you still go to work at Christmas, and it's just it's crazy. Terrible. Yeah. So I feel you on getting busy in the holidays, but let's get busy with some Halo news. What do we got? Do we have anything exciting?
I guess it's exciting. Yeah, I guess it's exciting. There's still not too much, but there was a development update.
Okay.
Posted over on Waypoint. The next update that we're going to be seeing is going to focus on accessibility. They didn't say anything specific, but it said you might not even notice it unless you use the certain options. So things like subtitles, I think text to speech, things like that. But
new intelligent install system. Players can choose which titles and parts. Okay, so that will come into play. I guess that works for Xbox, but at some point.
That's with the next flight.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So you jumped ahead a little bit.
Oh, you're right. I'm just looking at everything I see on screen here.
Yeah.
Go for it, though. Yeah.
As far as problems in the game, they're still working on them. They didn't list anything specifically, but you can head over to the Halo support site to see what they know about already.
I was pretty surprised to see that they were looking into the crouch issue, the fact that you have to, press crouch while no other inputs are being pressed. That would be pretty amazing if they somehow make it so you can press crouch during your movement. That would change the game, I think.
It's one of the things that they said that'll be in the next public flight.
That would be really cool. Like the idea of a crouch strafe mixed into the combat, I think could change things in a pretty big way. So we'll see.
They're working on the Halo CE flight, but the next public flight that comes out will have Halo Combat Evolved and Halo Reach content in it.
Right.
Like you mentioned, the intelligent install system. It's much like how Xbox is, where you'll be able to select which parts of the game you want to download.
Makes sense.
And then for Halo Reach, they didn't say anything other than it'll include the new crouch behavior, which should allow you to crouch while moving.
Oh, it does say it right there. Okay, there you go. Yeah, allow you to crouch while moving. That's awesome.
The Halo CE portion, it says just will focus on single player, co-op, multiplayer, progression, customization, much like the Halo Reach flight was.
Very curious to see how that goes. Of course, the Halo CE portion of MCC was always the PC version of Halo CE, which is a little different than your classic, CRT hardcore Halo CE version. I'm sure it's still going to be that PC version, but I wonder, with the, all the different updates they're adding in, what's going to change and how it's going to be received. Is that all we have for the news, though? I'm looking through it. I think it's just the update.
Yeah, that's it. And, just some tournament results and
Yeah, something exciting about the results is we have the qualifiers starting and whatnot as well. But let's take a look at these results that we got here.
Yeah, first up was all right, we'll do the qualifier number one first.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, so DreamHack qualifier number 1 was on Sunday. First place went to Tox Gaming, Snakebite Lethal, Royal 2 APG. Second went to a no-name team, but it consisted of Eco, Penguin, Trippy, and Stellar.
Definitely not no-name players, yeah.
Right. And then third place, again, no name, but was Falcated, Boobadooboo, Spartan, and Neptune.
Yeah, take a look at this.
Ace.
Ace. Can we go back to it for 1 second? Let's just take a look at some of the outliers here. Ryan Noob, no longer with Lux Gaming. You can see Goofy, Gabriel, Gilkey are still together, but with Munoz. I think that's how you pronounce it, hopefully. And then, yeah, Rhino, Brain, King Nick, and Reliable. That's really interesting. You've got Aries, Straight Six, Shelly, and Hysteria, who performed worse than you'd probably expect. Of course, these are qualifiers. They're all over the place.
Right.
Hysteria, though, taking the place of Fantasy. I'm not sure where Fantasy is. I don't see him.
And surprisingly, they're not up there because they got knocked out first round. It was Snipe Down, Pistola, Renegade, and I forget one other person.
Renegade was Sniped Down and Pistola. Yeah, so like they're mixing it up here, which is really cool. Like even just seeing Neighbor, commonly Savenator, and Rob the Turtle, like Rob the Turtle playing with players of that caliber is pretty awesome because Rob's a really talented player, been playing for a long time. So some of these like AM players kind of coming up and playing with these big names is really, really cool as well. I see a Flame Word in there. Is that Flame Sword?
Yeah, I had
a Flame Sword. Okay, so he's doing a little bit of competing.
Yeah, and that was exciting for me too because one, I'm a big fan of Mike, and two, he's teaming up with Jimbo.
Okay. So yeah, I see Europeans in American team. They're fitting themselves into these different rosters. So really exciting too. So great to see. And hopefully that creates some cool storylines kind of leading up to the event. We'll see who sticks together and whatnot as these
changes come in. I'm sure a bunch will happen.
I'm sure some things, like some last minute changes or whatever. In the meantime, we also had the throwdown results as well.
Yeah, this was the fourth throwdown tournament. It was all action sack game types. First place went to Eco, Legion, Monster, and Hunter JJX. Second was Lethal, Kefri, Vetoed, and Future Man. And then third was Snakebite, UberNick, Stress, and Acta Bunny Fufu.
You got to respect that payout, man. 10 grand for Rumble. What was it? Rumble Action Sack or whatever, the playlist?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Like you're having an amazing time. Like it's just fun playing with these creators and whatnot. It feels, pretty casual in a way, but everybody's getting some sort of a payout, which is really, really cool to see. And hopefully, 343 HCS keeps up with initiatives like that. In the meantime, we also have upcoming events.
Yep, this Saturday, January 25th, we have the second DreamHack Anaheim qualifier.
Okay.
And then we also have SWAT Nation's Melange SWAT, which is a female-only Halo Reach PC tournament.
Nice.
3v3. And then Sunday, January 26th, there's a Microsoft Store Halo Reach 4v4.
Okay, so that's back now, but it's 4v4. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's interesting because they haven't announced it, but it's up on the smash.gg page. And then Female Pro League is having their $1,000 Halo Reach 4v4 on Xbox.
$1,000 Halo Reach. I think I saw Bittersweet and a couple other players playing recently that I hadn't seen playing for a while. So I think maybe that's what or maybe are they qualifying? I'm not sure, but that would be a pretty good reason to play if you're part of the female community. $1,000 for Halo Reach 4v4. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good weekend for them because you have the SWAT Nation tournament on Saturday and then the Halo Reach tournament on Sunday. Yeah,
if you clean up shop at one, just move on to the next. That's a good amount of money for the weekend right there. Awesome. So we got a bunch of events coming up. We've got the Microsoft Store stuff kicking off again. So all of you, the regular things that you expect from Halo starting up again, and then it's just kind of the trickle down effect. We got Halo CE, Halo 2, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, Halo 4, a lot of stuff to look forward to throughout the year, and then of course Infinite to close it off. And Matty, we're going to be keeping up with it the entire way. And see how it all evolves. It's going to hopefully be amazing, and hopefully by the end of the year we're sitting on just a massive, incredibly popular title. But we'll see, I guess. And that's everything for the news today, I guess.
Yep, that's all I got.
That's all we got. All right, thank you, Matty, for joining me, and looking forward to chatting more next week.
Absolutely, anytime.
All right, guys, that's everything for the news. Now let's get into our discussion on Halo Reach. How can we continue to have fun with this game in 2020? I've got two amazing guests, UberNick and Taquin, the ReachWay, joining me on HCS Weekly. Hey, guys.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. I have to congratulate you guys. I've been watching some of your YouTube videos. Nick, you're over 70K subscribers, and Taquin, you're over 60K now. You guys have been getting some boosts in viewership. You've been doing some great stuff with Halo Reach. How does that feel? It must be a good way to close out the year. A nice even number to kind of close out the year.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I do think on daily December, so I basically upload every single day in December. So the addition of Reach could not have come at a better time. So able to create cool content and then seeing a payout or payoff with the growth I've had is really awesome.
How do you do daily December? Right.
I
Is
just
this
I don't know. I disconnect my brain from myself and just turn into a robot for a month.
seriously? Do you plan this stuff? You must plan it out in advance or something, right? Like you know exactly what video is coming up, or is it just happens as it goes? Because I can't keep up. I could barely do one video a week, dude.
So I don't know. I'm kind of like the worst YouTuber of all time. At times, I might be able to upload every day, but there is no pre. Well, some videos there are pre-planning, but for the most part, I wake up, I think to myself, what am I going to do today? But the fact that Reach came out, it made it a little bit easier because it's not a new game, but having like a fresh thing to
Yeah.
make videos on, it just is like I could just do
Right.
whatever I want basically. So it wasn't too bad. So I managed to get it done. I do it every year, so this is my third year of daily December. Only problem is it really burns me out. So far this month I've been kind of taking a bit of a break, I guess, not being as hard on myself when it comes to uploading, but
Yeah.
it was worthwhile for sure.
Yeah, probably the best time to. And I saw in Halo Reach the first thing you did when you jumped on, you jumped off that cliff and assassinated the elite.
Yeah.
Perfect, dude. I remember doing that the first time I played Halo Reach. That was so great. Taquin, how's it going for you? I love some of the videos you've been making, man. The viewership on these videos, like, damn, dude, you're hitting over 100K on some of these.
I know, it's nuts. Yeah, no, things have been good. I kind of just I guess for Reach, I've been taking my time a little more with the uploads and kind of making sure I kind of craft them so that they're just like really good.
No
I
daily
don't know if I
December
have.
for you.
Yeah, no daily December for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've thought about it, but I just know like I've just got like too much going on. I'm in like university and stuff and doing a bunch of other
Right.
things. I'm like, as much as I would like to just crank that out, I can't really. But yeah, it's been great. Like the viewership has been crazy on some of my new uploads, and it was a fantastic way to end the year. It's really cool that people are enjoying them that much.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to watch some of that stuff because you guys seem to have a really great way of just kind of having fun, enjoying the game, doing unique things. So we got a lot of that to check out. First, let's catch up a little bit. Let's see what you've been talking about on Twitter. We got UberNick first. He's telling us about how Halo Infinite story should be. Let's take a look.
Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite.
So did you make this? You just saw it?
Halo Infinite.
So, I saw like a different variation of that on Twitter somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, my brain, it's working. So then I was like, why not see what it? Why not see what it's like? Whenever the translator says Halo Infinite, I thought it was hilarious. So
Yeah.
it's like Master Chief's Adventure in Paris could be the next game.
Right.
Could be fun.
I'm down
I like
for
it.
that.
That sounds like, yeah. I mean, it doesn't make any sense canonically speaking, but sure, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, why not? Could be like a
Cruisers
DLC
are
or something.
Covenant
Yeah.
cruisers are just massive baguettes.
Yeah, that sounds like a mod. I mean, they can mod that. They
Yeah,
could do
easily.
that. The other clip I have from you is this amazing goal in last week's tournament. Let's take a look.
PJ, is that you? PJ? I got it.
Okay, I'm.
Hit it.
No!
Oh, I got it.
Oh, so close.
Yes, let's go. Hit that right now. Hit it. No, hit it. Okay.
I got it. Holy.
This is so hard. Chris.
Yes, boys. Let's go. 2
I didn't
minutes.
actually see
We got
this.
Let's get another goal.
Just watch.
Nice.
Hit it up. Beautiful hit.
Golazo!
Let's go! Oh, it's so good!
You gotta get ready to
You're
lift the
so
headphones
sick!
off, dude, because the pop off was so loud.
Yeah.
I love how you can just pop off like that, Nick. Like you
Oh.
genuinely look like you're having an amazing time. I feel like people. I can't do that. People don't do that enough.
That tournament was quite honestly like the most fun Halo I've
Yeah.
ever played. And like money aside, like honestly, or obviously playing for money is really cool, but just from like a pure fun aspect, that was like an absolute blast. Just playing with people that, I'm playing with Snakebite, my team, and he probably never plays anything like that. But to see him
Right.
actually try hard in
Right.
a game of hockey or whatever, skee ball, is like the funniest thing in the world. But the fact we all took it so serious, he was like, okay, I'm going after the goalkeeper. You guys defense. Nick, you go for the strikes. We all had like our roles or what we had to do, and obviously we
Yeah.
came out with that incredibly skillful shot. Obviously that I intended to make, but it was dope. It was really
Yeah.
fun.
Looks like so much fun. Even like you said, money aside, like what do you think of these weekly? Or I don't know if they're weekly, but the throwback throwdown events. Like I know you've
Yeah.
been probably in a
So,
few of them now.
I think I've been in the last 3 now. The first
Yeah.
one was a 4v4. The second one was an 8v8 BTB, and then third one there was
Wasn't that-
Action Sack. I think they're absolutely amazing. I see some people, talking badly about how the money could be used for any other things, but
Which is fair.
Like the end of the day, it's Microsoft. I don't think money is too much of an issue to them. So
Yeah.
to have these, cool little hype tournaments every week for people to get excited for new viewers to watch Halo in a different light, to see content creators who maybe don't play Halo. Like last week, they had Vicstar, which is one of the biggest UK YouTubers, part of it, which was just crazy to think about.
Did he stream it though? I don't think he.
I don't think he streamed it, but he was a part of it. So it would have been cool to see his perspective of it. Even his involvement is really, really awesome. So I think they're nothing but a good thing. I really hope they decide to do more of them, especially when the other games come out. It'd be cool if they did like a month run, like a 4 weeks or something of throwback throwdowns per game or something. So whenever CE comes out, they could do them 2, 3, 4.
Tour to Halo type thing.
Yeah, that'd be absolutely amazing.
They're great opportunities to like bring people in from the outside and really like keep the hype up.
Yeah. It also shows off like the whole different sides of Halo. Like the 4v4 that I was in, I felt totally out of my element, but in the BTB, I really felt like this, I knew what I was doing kind of. And then the action sack, everyone knows how to hit a golf ball into a goal, but it's just fun to watch.
It's cool to see the pros not be the experts in some of this stuff. Like we had Precellence, he plays Halo 5 Warzone. He's like a pro at all the BTB type stuff. So when he was on my BTB team, we had pros on the team who were looking to him for insight on how to win the game. And he was carrying us with the Banshee. Like he was doing crazy stuff with the Banshee. So it's cool. Yeah. When you have players from different elements of Halo coming in and, showing their talent and leadership. Sure. I completely agree. And I also understand the other argument where it's like this money could be spent on AMs and whatnot. I wish it would they just had both, like you don't have to take from one prize. We'll just make another thing.
In a perfect world, it would be both for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mugsy's saying that he actually streamed it on YouTube.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I'm only on Twitch. I didn't check it. So I wonder how that did. That's actually really exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. So Taquin, let's take a look at some of the stuff you got here. The first one isn't even Halo, and it makes no sense to me, but let's watch it.
What's it gonna be?
What the heck is this? Okay. Steve Carell just shot Tyler one down, and
yeah, that's that appears to be when all the content creators get drafted. That's the result.
The content creators get drafted to the
to World War III.
To World War III. And who's the? I should probably know who that is with the Starbucks cup. Who's that? That creator.
He's like
I should know who he is. He's like a food reviewer or something. But I don't know, man. I just saw this on the timeline and it just completely annihilated me, and so I just had to.
Yeah.
I had to distribute it.
He was like, Nick, I have to show you this funny video.
I did immediately send it to you.
Pretty damn hilarious. All right, so let's see a Halo one. We've got. This is one of these moments I think we can all relate to. Let's take a look. It's a Halo meme. It says no one, literally no one, not a single soul in the universe. Halo players. I'm assuming that's a warthog stuck in the staircase or bad parking.
Indeed. Yeah, there's actually I've been recording some like legendary Reach videos with some of my friends from the Destiny community. And in one of the unreleased episodes, we take a warthog all the way into like Sword Base and into the elevator, and then the elevator closes on us and starts going up, and the entire game just breaks and we all die, and it's amazing. So that's a very relatable post right there.
That's one of the best things about Halo is just the sandbox, right? Like the fact that you could do that. Like people are like, hey, this looks like it might fit. Like when you try to like punch the wings off like a ghost or a banshee or something, just so you can get it.
Squeeze through a door.
Dumb. Yeah, exactly. Just so you can squeeze through a door.
Even if it can't fit, it will fit.
They'll make it work. The last one here is United Space Command makes a Halo tweet. What's this? Do you know the context for this? I tried to look at the original tweet and it was like deleted or something, but it says
really.
Yeah, please direct all ODST inquiries to the United Nations Space Command Public Affairs.
Yeah,
I saw that, but I don't know.
Someone was, I can't remember exactly, like if the original's deleted. It was something like someone was asking about ODSTs and like, or like when they're going to start implementing them or something. And then they just replied, just like, please direct all ODST inquiries to the United Nations Space Command Public Affairs. Like, what? an official branch of like the U.S. defense. Just like
Yeah.
making a Halo reference is kind of insane.
I wonder if they know what they were doing, or if they just genuinely replying. They're like, I have no idea what that is, but we'll take it in stride. It reminds me of something like Elon and the Cybertruck, and how that was kind of like a looks like a Halo vehicle. It's cool to see Halo being mentioned and in all these pop culture type things.
Yeah,
right?
I think they do know what they're talking about, because they say United Nations Space Command, which is just a thing in Halo,
Right.
versus United States Space Command, which I think is what it actually is.
Right.
So they
low-key Halo
responded with
fans.
UNSC.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's actually really awesome.
Terrifying or amazing, one of the two, both probably.
All right. So speaking of Halo Reach, let's talk a little bit about Halo Reach and some of the stuff you guys have been up to. I've been watching some of your content. You've had some pretty exciting moments. The first one is it's from Talkwin's YouTube, but you guys are both featured in this video. It's Halo Cops and Robbers. We're going to play some. You guys can tell me how this works. This looks hilarious.
Most incriminating video.
Oh, where is that?
Oh, shit.
Detainees, I'm gonna need you all to stay put just for a hot second.
Oh,
I don't you fucking that cross. I want y'all to witness what happens when you cross me. All right, I need you to look at this
I don't like that.
and understand. No, you don't cross. Justin,
Yes, sir.
I need you to stand right there.
Okay.
Hop to it, inmate.
Okay.
Parks.
Yes, sir.
Shit right there.
Okay.
All right. Tig Bexus right behind Parks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fixel player right behind him.
I don't want any trouble, man.
All right. Hey, don't you cross me, Justin. I saw that.
Sir, I'd just like to say I'm honored that you made me the... Really appreciate it.
That's an honor I don't give to many people. You appreciate it. Hey, you ain't a dick. Don't.
All right. First of all, your Southern accent is actually really good. What the heck? That
Thanks,
sounds
man.
like legit. Yeah. And then also just what's going on here? Are there rules for this? It seems like I know there's Cops and Robbers. It's already something people have been playing in Halo, but this looks like you just kind of just role playing on the fly, just doing whatever. Talk to me about how this all kind of got set up.
Yeah, so we all kind of like partied up for a big custom game session that we wanted to record, and this was I think one of the last ones we might have played.
I think it was
And
the last one.
it was the last one, yeah. So like we didn't have, I don't think we knew what it was going into it, or we thought it was something different, and we just kind of ran with it. It was just a map, and that's it. And we spawn in like we spawn in the cells, and we just kind of said, screw it, and went along with it, and just started like the role play kind of started small, and then kind of went up more and more towards the end. And then, yeah, it was an amazing time. But I'm glad you like my accent. It worked out.
Yeah.
It kind of slips in and out, to be honest.
Yeah. Nick, I see you in there as well. Did you have a fun time with this?
I was crying my eyes out. I could even my recording literally just turned into me like drowned in tears. It was ridiculous. I couldn't do like an impersonation or anything. I was just crying, laughing. The entire time. It was ridiculous.
There was one, I can't remember which, because you have rounds. Everybody kind of had a chance to be the warden or whatever. I guess that's the role. I remember there was one where Reclaimer was hiding the entire time he was hiding for like 20 minutes or something, like playing the long game or whatever. And you had like I think it was you running it, and you had like a soccer match. You made him do a soccer match, and you killed anybody who wasn't cooperating.
Yeah.
And then later you found out he's hiding. You tried to go get to him, and then you fall off the map and die. So the really funny thing about it is just the way that you guys are killing the warden, assassinating him and stuff.
No, Clay got annihilated more than a couple times during that play session, and at the end, evade physics kind of failed me, and I fell off the map. But no, it was great. It was fun. We all had our chance to kind of, I guess, run with it. But that was probably the hardest I've ever laughed making a video. And I was telling you this before the show, but while I was doing my my round, I received aggressive text messages from my tenant telling me that I'm being entirely too loud and to keep it down, and I just couldn't be stopped. We just kept going.
You got kicked out of your own apartment for it. That's pretty awesome, man. And that's the thing. Like that's kind of the beauty of Halo Reach that people don't always get to see when you're just playing your standard matchmaking and competitive and whatnot. Like there's so much other content here that's so exciting. So really cool to see that. I laughed so hard when Cole got assassinated as well. Like it was so poor. Like it was I don't know if you remember it, but it was so obvious that he was doing the jump backwards, and he just stood on his head and somehow got behind him and assassinated.
Yeah, I don't even know how that worked. Like I was like,
walk over him.
Yeah, he was walking on his head.
I felt so bad.
Yeah. So another thing that I noticed from you, Taco, this is something that apparently goes way back. You play 2v2s and you play something called hide and seek. Let's take a look at a clip from this.
Michael, I'm scared. Hold me, I can see you. You look so scared.
Don't worry. Everything will be okay.
I'm worried. I just look up directly into his crotch, like he's just standing there.
He's like rating you, and he just like crushes you with the hammer.
Like getting crushed. They're both right next to me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let me know when they're walking away.
They're away. They're coming towards you. They're coming.
Yeah.
Oh no! They found you. No.
Yeah. What are you doing? Stop it.
I'm.
Then there should be one more that we can also try playing. Let's check it out.
You okay there, bud?
You okay there, bud? Oh no, he's above us. He's above us. But it showed that he was on my level because.
Yeah. We're halfway, technically.
Dude, do what you did before. You're. Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! Oh
my weapon was blocking him.
My lord, Michael, get back to how you were before, dude. I don't know if
he might have seen us.
Crawl back up into the further into the corner. He found you.
Turn towards me.
Yeah, so basically 24 to 18, those guys are literally right next to you and he doesn't see you. You're hiding all these crazy spots. When did this start happening? Like, when did you come up with this idea all of a sudden?
Yeah. So no, this isn't something that we came up with.
Okay.
This is like a long time thing in Halo called HLG, or like Hidden League Gaming. And that's like the official thing for it, I guess. But Michael and I, we've been friends for he's my best friend for 11 years now. And so we would split screen Reach back in the day before we knew anything about HLG, and just kind of, we're both a big fan of stealth games. And so we would kind of try to just hide from people because we just thought it was super fun. And we were so bad at it. We would, so many games where we would just get annihilated by everyone and found constantly.
Yeah.
So we wanted to revisit that a little bit, but no, it's like a long time thing that people have been doing. Like you'll go into a doubles match or like a 4v4 match and gain the lead, and then everyone on your team will hide and you'll just last out the timer. And I think the funniest part that kind of comes from this is, I guess it's even better with Halo Reach on PC now because there's a chat, so you can talk to the enemy team while you're doing it.
Yeah, so you can type, exactly. You can get them.
Yeah. So we had a couple games there where we would type to the enemy team where are you guys? And they'd be like, we don't see you either. I was like, oh, our screen's black. What's going on here? And pretend like there's some glitch going on, and some people would get angry. Some people would be super funny about it. And then we had some other people just try to hide as well. And we eventually didn't know where they were. So we went out of our hiding spot, went to find them. I found them in the bathroom on Powerhouse, and we just got annihilated with a gravity hammer, and it was hilarious. But
oh my god.
Yeah, no, this is a long time kind of tradition, I guess, if you will. It's just fun to bring it back.
Yeah, there's strategy to it as well. You make sure you have a lead, so there's incentive for them to try to find you instead of them,
so it's kind of
hiding.
Infuriating.
Yeah. We can't win the game unless we find these guys.
Exactly. Yeah, the people who are best at this stuff is definitely Hidden Reach, if you've heard of those guys.
Right. Okay.
They got an amazing channel. Lots of cool people over there.
Yeah. Awesome. Nick, have you tried this
before? Yeah. I've been actually. I never did it like Takwin back in the day, so I never really tried HLG. But I'm actually friends with that Hidden Reach channel that Takwin mentioned.
Okay. Perfect.
He actually lives really close to me in real life, which is just by chance. So we do that all the time now on Xbox. I just get into a doubles game with him and we just hide on people, and I have an absolute blast. I don't even care if we win or lose, as long as we can hold the lead for 5 minutes and so on, and they get frustrated, send us a message or something. Yeah. There's something extremely toxic yet absolutely hilarious about doing that to other players. And people are like, I'll report you for cheating, you're hacking, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I'm just sitting on a rafter above the map where you just can't see me. So I just have to look a little bit harder, but it's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it's amazing for content, but the worst from the perspective of somebody who just wants to have a regular game in Halo. You guys,
we're totally ruining a game for sure, but whatever.
It's hilarious. It's so much fun. If you haven't tried it yet, you definitely should.
I might have to. I think I might actually be pretty decent at it. I got to put all the movement stuff to test and try to find some hiding places. Nick, I can imagine that your chat makes you do some wild things as like challenges and stuff. Like, do you play any other game types in like different creative ways, or any crazy challenges they made you do recently?
Uh, they make me do challenges fairly often. It could be like the inverted challenge or something where I don't play
Right.
inverted on my controller or my mouse whenever I'm playing Halo, but the inverted challenge where I have to turn it on. So basically, up means down and down means up, and it just completely throws you off. I feel like if you were to say that to someone, they're like, "Oh, that's easy, I could do that," but it's really weird to get used to because if you're trying to aim at someone, you're looking at their feet and then the sky all of a sudden. So I like to do challenges. Likes to mix up the game a little bit where I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed from you guys is Fiesta on mouse and keyboard. You guys been playing a lot of Fiesta. How's that been going, Nick? I saw you do. You had 1v1s
Yeah.
in Fiesta as well. And are you guys good at the? I like Taco. I saw you hit some crazy snipes on mouse and keyboard. Do you guys have a lot of experience there? How's that been going?
I have
Go ahead.
decent experience with mouse and keyboard. Obviously not with Halo per se, because I've not really had the chance. I put like 130 hours into Halo Reach on PC, but I played a lot of PUBG and stuff like that on PC. So I've used keyboard and mouse a good bit. So going into Reach, I didn't feel totally foreign to it, but it certainly is a lot to adjust to. I think I'm still better with a controller overall, but that's only because I've been using it for so much longer. But I think if I just keep practicing, as the more games come out, I'll keep using keyboard and mouse, and hopefully I'll be better and better.
Yeah. Sorry, Taco. It was a poorly directed question there.
No, you're good. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm pretty new to mouse and keyboard, to be honest. Like I didn't really play any PC games before Reach, except for like a little bit of Destiny 2 a while back. And so I think I was just on fire that game. Like I'm definitely improving, and like my snipes are getting better and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty new, so I'm still kind of inconsistent overall. But yeah, that particular Fiesta game type we were playing was a ton of fun, because like if you were in the lead, you got unlimited evade or unlimited sprint based on which one you chose, and it's instant respawns too. So there's just constantly people spawning that can like feed you kills, and like if you are in the lead, you can just be like rolling around the map like crazy. So I think that was that one game type that you were referencing.
Yeah, is that something you set? You can set to like if you're in the lead, you get infinite evade.
I didn't set that one. It's from like a pack of custom games that I downloaded for the PC. So I didn't actually set that one up myself. It was just it was just one that I threw on, and I didn't really know like what I was gonna find when I put it on, and we started up, and it was amazing. So it was kind of a surprise, pleasant surprise.
But yeah,
I see Hidden Reach is in the channel there, or in the chat. Sorry.
Oh, perfect. Welcome.
Hi, Neil.
we got to get him in there. We'll find some HLG spots. He probably knows way more.
Yep.
It should be pretty exciting. Yeah. So yeah, and sorry, I was referencing the evade snipe headshot that you hit, where you evaded backwards and like just whip headshotted your friend and then evaded again.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It made me like just miss the mechanic a little bit. But yeah,
dude, I was so hyped. That was complete luck. I think at that point.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is something that's brand new to Halo Reach PC specifically, something we've never been able to have before, and we're finally starting to see it roll out. It's the Halo Reach mods. The mod community has been pretty incredible so far. There's been so many great mods. Let's play a little bit of mod stuff in the background. The first thing I think we have here is some new weapons, some really crazy new weapons that we'll just show some footage from Hidden Xperia in the background. Have you guys tried any of this? Do you know what these weapons are? Have you seen this stuff?
I haven't tried this mod in particular, but I have tried out some of the other mods that people have come up with so far. The thing about mods and PC games, they can keep games alive forever. There's millions of games out there that, Left 4 Dead 2, for example, has a ton of mods to it, and it's a pretty old game, but still pretty relevant, and there's loads of other ones. So I think Halo on mods is like the absolute perfect combination, and it's only been, a month and a half or however long Reach has been out. People have already come up with some pretty crazy stuff. So I'm very excited to see what else, like what other stuff people can come out with, if you give them a bit more time.
What have you tried so far?
So I tried a third-person Halo campaign mod where you get to play, the entire campaign, but in third person, and it works surprisingly like perfect. It feels like a really natural evolution of the game, because obviously Halo in first person is how we've always known it, but playing it in third person completely changes it up, but it doesn't feel weird or too alien. It feels just kind of like Gears of War, but Halo style. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it honestly looks like it's almost made to be third person. Like it looks really good.
Yeah.
by the way, what you guys are seeing on screen here, this is a BR DMR hybrid. So it's a 2-shot burst DMR, and it kills in 5 shots, which is honestly pretty sick. Like I feel like stuff
really
like this could be, could be used. Like I mean, yeah, in competitive you probably can't play with mods, but like it'd be cool to have a BR DMR hybrid. This is a and then this is a javelin launcher, rocket launcher. So it shoots the flagpole without the flag, and it'll impale. It's really really weird. Taquin, what kind of mods have you messed around with? How's that been going?
Yeah, so I haven't tried these like the mods with these weapons here that you're seeing on screen, but I tried this like comprehensive Forge World overload mod that included like a ton of different vehicles and stuff like that. And the new weapons that I tried, there was one that was a missile launcher, so it took like the targeting system from the Saber ship and the missile that shoots, and they put it in like this new model that they had, and so it just has like a handheld missile launcher, and it was kind of insane.
Oh my god!
Which was really cool. But as far as weapons, that's all I've kind of tried. But then there was tons of like vehicles, space banshees, all that stuff. But yeah, these weapons that we're seeing, honestly, I love this kind of stuff because I think this is one of my favorite parts of Halo 5. I know like there's a lot of things that people love and hate about that game, but I think just the sheer amount of weapon variety we got with like the sandbox that they provided was really really cool. Like with Warzone, the 3 tiers of each weapon, each one having a different ability, and then the ability in Forge to kind of with like a glitch kind of swap them. So you could do like a Magnum that's first shot like a BR or a suppressed Magnum, or like a Spartan laser that shoots tracking echidna rounds or rocket rounds, and tons of crazy stuff like that. I loved the weapon variety in Halo 5, and the fact that you could just kind of put it wherever you want. If you wanted a competitive game type, you could just put some crazy power weapon there. Like the Prophet's Bane probably wouldn't work too well, but I like having that option to just like have this crazy variety with weapons.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I guess it's because of Warzone that kind of allowed for all of this creativity. But the thing is, I feel like it never really got the spotlight that it deserved, though, as well, because it was just kind of exclusive to Warzone. I guess it wasn't, because you still had your Fiesta and whatnot that showed off all the weapons. I don't know, maybe because I'm so busy just playing competitive. It feels like in competitive, it's like strictly like 3 different weapons. You got your Magnum, your rocket launcher, and your sniper. Pretty much, they have the rifles and whatnot. But hopefully you get that diversity in competitive too. It's just always harder to balance it.
For sure.
It's always great to have the option, which is why I really liked it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And even seeing this right now, it kind of would be like a cool, I don't know if it's like, feature or inspiration or whatnot, but some of these weapons, like earlier they had the assault rifle was like a precision assault rifle, so it has a slower rate of fire and it has headshot damage as well. So you can pop the shields and then get like a long range headshot. This is like a very powerful brute rifle. I think it's slower rate of fire, but it's stronger. I don't know. I think it's just more of a simple change. The one before that was like the Covenant sniper, but it was a shotgun variation of it. So it shoots a shotgun and then overheats every time you shoot it. So really cool stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more of this going forward, like with Halo Infinite. Not necessarily through Warzone, but even just having, different variants of weapons is always just insanely cool.
That was one of my favorite parts about Halo 5, just all the different variations of the weapons. Like first of all, as a content creator, it's just, it's content to continuously make, weapon showcases and all that. I had a series called First Time Using back when Halo 5 was out, and it was my first time using a weapon and like my first impressions. But that series went on for months because, as a content creator, I kind of put that first and foremost. So, once a week I'll do a first time using, but with all the different weapons, I kept that going for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's more stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Hopefully that's what kind of creates content and gets people excited about the game. These are the vehicles, by the way. Taquan, I know you mentioned this. Have you tried some of these? Because these are crazy.
Yes, I've tried all of these actually.
Okay, this one too, the UNSC Infinity. Like, what the heck?
Yep, the frigate. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the coolest part of that frigate, not only can you fly it, but every gun on it is also functional. So if you're flying it around Forge World and you like target something, you'll have like 50 different guns all over the ship start converging firepower on one spot, and it's awesome. So cool. It's so cool. And these vehicles are amazing. The Seraph is insanely fast, and this is like a completely developed vehicle that's in the game, but you just kind of like didn't ever use it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really modded at all, to my knowledge. Like, it has both firing modes and everything. And I think there's a glitch in the campaign that you used to be able to do where you could actually fly one, but it was really hard. Like, it wasn't something you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And there's a space banshee too.
Yeah, this
Space
is
banshee
really
is
hard
just
to control.
absurdly, yeah, it's hard to control and it's just absurdly fast. And I think one of the coolest ones too was the longsword, because Rejected Shotgun, I think, is the guy who modded this stuff. So shout out to him.
Nice.
But the longsword actually has a nuke that you can launch, like a tactical nuke. It just shoots out the front, kind of arcs down to the ground. It's just a massive explosion. It is super cool. But he's been doing a ton of really impressive Halo mods that have just been a blast to try out.
Like, no idea what this thing is. Have you seen
This? Yeah, this is the longsword. So there, he fired the nuke there.
Okay, that's literally what you're just talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy how like fully realized these vehicles are. Like, you see them off in the distance and they shoot at you and whatnot, but like you're driving them here and it looks like they could have been a part of the game. Like, they have their own kind of functionality. They handle differently. They have different weapons. It's pretty wild to see.
I think this one in particular actually didn't have the animations.
Might be a little weird, yeah.
Yeah, so the guy that modded this Rejected Shotgun had to add like the engine effects and the like animations and stuff. So it's just like the power of the modders and what they can really do.
Yep. Yeah,
Seems limitless.
That one needed to be constructed and everything. I think the Spirit had to be as well. Can't remember exactly, but yeah, the Seraph was already like fully developed. Obviously the Saber and everything, but yeah, some of the vehicles he had to just basically put the physics on them and like the visual effects, like Nick was saying. Oh, there's the guns on the frigate firing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How sick is that? The vehicle to hit the floor. Still looks wild though. That's so cool. Damn, did you see the Halo ring? By the way?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
you actually fly the Halo ring and fire it. Like,
nuts.
what?
Just blows up your PC.
Literally, just blows up everything on the map that can die. Will die, basically.
Yeah.
As absurd as that one is, he recently did one that was like during the campaign. I don't know if you remember, like when George, spoiler alert, sacrifices himself.
He what? Wait, what?
No way.
Oh,
what?
No. No, so when he sacrifices himself and like nukes the or like sets off the slip space drive in the ship, and there's that massive Covenant explosion, he took that because it was in the game files, and he set that up in game so that you can just trigger that, and it is the biggest explosion I've ever seen in a Halo game by far. It's like it takes up half the skybox if you launch it in the distance. It's absolutely absurd.
It's just so amazing because it just shows you there's like limitless potential here. Like it's really just kind of up to the capabilities of the person developing these mods, like whatever they can imagine or want to do. It's just they can do it. And you think of Halo Infinite as a platform being built for Xbox and PC from the ground up, like, dude, it's going to be crazy. Like, well, once we're done with whatever 343 has, like the whole community's building crazy stuff on top of the Forge mode and whatever else they're making. Like,
yeah, man.
Exciting as well that the Forge mode is also receiving like a big update. So like the item count is also getting doubled in Forge mode whenever that comes out on PC.
Sweet.
For Reach. So people are just going to be able to take, just even if you don't know how to forge, like I don't know how to forge, but or know how to mod, sorry, but if you want to learn how to forge, there's so much capability out there now whenever that comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think a big thing about that too is back in the day, like not only do you have the smaller limit, but just in general, the Xbox couldn't really handle a lot of the Forge maps in performance, right? They would stutter and whatnot. We're not seeing that as much. And then with PC, when you think of competitive, maybe they can make new interesting maps on Forge that are bigger and more expansive or more exciting or whatever, without any kind of issues with performance. That would be really cool to see. So hopefully they do that as well. The other thing just speaking about mods, this is not Halo Reach. This is something completely different, but it's still Halo. It's called Cursed Halo. I didn't really know what this was until recently. You guys are going to have to kind of explain this to me. This looks wild. Let's take a look at a clip from Nick first, though. We should have an audio video clip.
What is this? Oh my goodness! Whoa! Whoa! What did I just do? Oh my... This is the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh! Why is that Banshee flopping? I don't know what's going on. Wait, but look at the Banshee. It's flopping. It's not meant to flop, everyone. Oh, it just flew into the wall.
Good question.
I don't know what's going on.
Literally, don't question it. Just go along with it. It's probably the name of the game for all of this. Like, what am I looking at? By the way, you got a water gun, and the banshees are they're flapping.
Yeah. So Cursed Halo is for the uninitiated. Is a Halo 1 mod that came out, I guess, a few months ago now. And it was made by a guy named Inferno Plus on YouTube. So shout out to him and his friends who worked on this. So he and some of his friends made this, and it's basically just like a complete overhaul of Halo 1 to make it as just absurd and cursed as humanly possible. So like every weapon is updated to have some crazy functionality that is just completely absurd. Like the shotgun here, as you can see, is a blunderbuss. So if you shoot it at the ground, it'll like launch you in the air or kill you if you're against a wall. And the flamethrower is a water thrower that launches you as well. And then like there's a magical girl gun, which is the plasma pistol, and then the plasma pistol is a nuke if you hold it for long enough. And all the enemies. Go ahead.
My favorite addition is the grenade. So if you throw a frag grenade, it can it has unlimited like random like potential. So you could throw it and it could spawn like 30 hunters, or you can throw it.
That is the best part.
Or it can spawn like a powerful weapon. So it's really like, okay, I'm in a bad situation. Do I throw this grenade and hope it gives me a good weapon, or do I throw it and it potentially spawns like 30 more enemies that I have to deal with now? So it adds a whole like another level of just cursedness to Halo. So
you could get you can get a weapon that you really need. I'm playing through it on Legendary right now, and so like I'm just getting creamed nonstop. But like you could get a weapon that you really need, or you could throw it and then just get nuked off the Halo ring instantly, like what happened to me. So you never know, like, do I throw this grenade? Am I going to lose all my progress here? Or am I going to get a weapon I need or something, like, I don't know, freaking getting nuked from orbit? So yeah, the frag grenades are by far, I think, probably the coolest part of the mod, because it's just this random RNG of you never know what you're going to get. It's incredible.
I assume the save states are the same?
Yeah, checkpoints all work the same,
Okay, so you die, it's not the end of the world, I guess. But, and then Nick, I think you're doing a first-time Legendary playthrough as well, so you're experiencing all this like.
Well, I'm just doing a playthrough, so I plan to do like a playthrough on YouTube and then a Legendary one on my stream at a later date. But I'm trying to make my way through and just survive, because it's there's a nice plug for my Twitch right there. I planned it. But yeah, it's so funny because CE is a campaign that I didn't really get into for a long time. I didn't play until like super late. So this, obviously I've played it, but this is just a whole other way to experience the campaign if you already enjoy it.
Literally a totally different game. First thing you got the Magnum in your hands, and you can even shoot it. You have to throw it. Is that
so? So the Magnum, as in CE, as everyone knows, is extremely powerful. So the way they nerf that is if you fire it, it fires backwards at you now. It hurts you. Yeah. So the only way to actually use it is you can throw it at your enemies, and it's fairly powerful, but the only way you can do it is throw it. And it took me a while to work out. Taquin had a lot of trouble working how to use it as well. So
I saw you had to literally go on your Twitch page and ask you.
It's like, Nick, how do I use it? I was going insane. I could not figure out how to throw the Magnum, but like I knew you could. So like I have to be just a complete idiot here. And I eventually just broke down, went on Nick's Twitch and asked him, and he provided the information. So
And then the other thing with the plasma pistol seems kind of useless, though. Like you would charge it and shoot this like nuke explosion that's massive, but it doesn't do anything. Like, what's up with the plasma pistol?
I got some comments saying that you have to like let it drain all of your shields before it actually nukes everything. But in my experience, if I hold it for too long, it just blows up in my face and I die. So I'm not really sure, like, like the sweet spot there.
Yeah, but overall, it's awesome to see just so much more replayability on all of these games. And it's just what we're going to see more and more of when Halo CE drops on MCC and you get Halo 2, just crazy new ways to play the game. So as we kind of close out here, I know there's a couple people in the chat. If you guys do happen to have any questions for Nick and Taquin, feel free to let us know. We should have producers in the chat who are grabbing those questions, and we'll ask them in a little bit. In the meantime, considering you guys have plenty of experience across all these Halo titles and game modes, is there anything you noticed that, like recently, that is kind of lacking in Halo Reach PC that you hope that Infinite has? And I think we kind of touched on that with the weapon diversity that, Halo 5 did a good job there. Is there anything else you think would be really nice to have in Halo Infinite?
I think I'm speaking for Nick and I both here when I say I feel like the map variety is kind of a weak point of Reach. Like there are obviously some great maps in there, but there's a lot that just I don't know why, but they're just not that compelling. And so I think routine refreshes of like forge maps and matchmaking is something that is really important. And then it's kind of vague, but I think just better maps in Infinite too. That's like a complaint that I have.
Right.
Yeah, there's more than that, but I'll let Nick take this next one.
I agree though.
I think Reach is a really fun game, but I think I definitely was blinded by nostalgia a little bit. Whenever I thought back on Invasion, I was like, Invasion's the best thing ever. All I want is Invasion, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now that I've spent more time with it and played it, I'm actually kind of over it, to be honest with you. I'm kind of bored. It's just very, very repetitive. I find Reach a very repetitive game. Bloom as well. Absolutely sucks. Bloom has kind of not drove me off the game, but it's maybe less excited to hop on and play the game every day, and it's maybe look to the future. And I can't wait for CE and 2 and 3 now at this stage. But Reach is a really good game. I enjoy how much there is to Reach. Reach has a lot to offer. I just hope that Infinite continues to build on that. Like the customization, for example, in Reach is unparalleled. Fortunately, that's a little bit gutted in the MCC version because you can't choose what you want to unlock, but still having it there in some way is awesome. So Reach is a nice little taste for people for Halo on PC, but it certainly has a lot of little issues here and there. So hopefully Infinite can just kind of build on everything and just make that the prime experience.
Yeah. There's room to be desired for sure. Yeah, when you mentioned Invasion, the first thing I think is Bloom. It's pre-patch Bloom. It's like the initial it's so bad, man. I can't 85% is not bad. Honestly, 85% can kind of be fun sometimes, but the original Bloom is
vanilla Bloom is bad. There's some reasons why they kept it that way, which I can understand. Personally, I disagree with, but I can understand why. Because like in the first and maybe second stages of Invasion, like Spartans with their magnums would become insanely OP if there was no Bloom. And then obviously with DMRs and stuff like that, and then elites with their needle rifles. Like if there was no Bloom, it would be borderline impossible to do some of the objectives. But then in my opinion, I think you just kind of balance what weapons are available for those stages in order to counteract that and kind of allow Bloom to be a thing after that. But then the argument continues over to big team battle as well, because everyone's just going to be lasering each other across the map with DMRs.
Exactly.
So it's like, how do you balance that correctly? And so, it's a debate that's kind of challenging. In my opinion, I think it would be better to just get rid of it or make it 85% across the board, because like you said, that's I can live with that. I think that's a good compromise. But vanilla is brutal for sure. Vanilla Bloom.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's how they made the game. Some things can't really be changed. I understand, like, for example, taking out Bloom, if you have the Magnums with no Bloom in the competitive playlist, they're way too strong. You could just spam that thing. It's so fast. And you would get kills way faster. The rockets, though, are incredibly strong, too, right? So, like, little things like that where I think that stuff that was tuned to work with certain abilities, you pull those out, and then all of a sudden they feel too powerful. So, hopefully we don't see stuff like that in Infinite as well. Now, I've been informed that I missed something that I was going to show as well. I don't know if we can go back and play it. If possible, we will. But it was just Legendary Campaign is something that you've been playing. Both of you guys, of course, have been playing. But you had this initial D clip. Let's see if we can play it.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot. Oh, my fucking... Dude, that scared me. Nice! Nice, he's pinned, boys! He's pinned! Fuck him up! Oh my god!
Okay, I forgot to...
All rise for our national anthem.
I forgot to show that one. So what's going on here? You're doing Legendary Campaign, and you're trying to make the forklift, or bring the forklift through the entire level?
Yeah, well, my friend Cromar, the forklift was like a common theme throughout that mission once it became available. We just kind of like tried to bring it everywhere. And there's the crab rave.
That's Halo 5 Forge, right?
Our friend Cromar, he just like had the forklift, and then Life, Barb, and I, we were trapped in like the bubble shield, and the elite came out of nowhere, just annihilated us, and then he just pinned the elite to the wall with the forklift, and then we just like destroyed him completely, and so it worked out perfectly. Yeah, the forklift was just kind of a common occurrence. I'm sure it will continue throughout the rest of the campaign for sure.
Yeah,
because that's the strat.
And yeah, just kind of just another way to have an awesome time with Reach is just legendary campaign with your buddies, and then like you guys said, taking vehicles into places they're not supposed to go, whether it's like shoving the forklift into this elite hero, or you getting a Warthog or Banshee. So sick.
Yeah, it's a good way to take care of elite zealots and legendary. As evidenced by this clip.
Definitely. We do have a couple questions in the chat here. A taco salad says, "How do you like your tacos?" Do you guys know this? Nick?
God damn it. So basically, like a long time ago, a bot came into my Twitch chat, and it had 2 lines. It says, "Gonna Twitch Prime or gonna Prime sub soon," and then the other one was, "How do you like your tacos?" For whatever reason, this bot would just say this line repeatedly, and it's just been a meme for a long time now. So, how do I like my tacos? I don't know. The only time I ever got a taco was Taco Bell whenever I was with Taquin. So whatever his answer is probably my answer.
I would ask, like, define how, like, what variation in like cooking a taco is there other than ingredients? I guess
hard shell, soft shell.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe soft shell. Maybe
or is there an in between shell? I don't know.
Medium shell.
Porque no nos dos.
Taco Bell has that big one. That's I don't know Taco Bell.
I don't have Taco Bell right now.
There's like a big saucer looking one or something. I think I don't know. I gotta go back to Taco Bell apparently and check them out.
Celeste's gonna roast me for
that. Fat Bass says, question for the lads: when will the Halo Reach dual Taj come out? Is that a possibility?
If I didn't suck at Reach, then maybe. But the problem is that, like, I'm good at hitting clips in Halo 5, but every other Halo game I'm terrible for whatever reason.
I wanna point out that Kevin Coolx in the chat is mentioning the Crunchwrap Supreme, which is
that's my answer. That is my answer.
Yeah,
whatever that is.
As far as our montage, Nick and I have. So we have this collab that we've been doing for kind of years now, and it's been a long time coming, called the Ninja Challenge, where we will like go into matchmaking together and try to ninja, like only ninja people the entire time. So it's not really a montage, but we're going to be having that collab coming out relatively soon, and we generally spend a lot of time on that. So that's I guess as close as you can get to a dual-tage from Nick and I.
We don't like make dual things, we just make collabs, and in my opinion, I think me and Taquin's collabs are like the best out of any Halo content creators. There, I said it. You can come at me. I will wait until a better duo comes along. That's just my opinion, but we're gonna have a lot of collabs for sure this year, and whenever Infinite drops, it's just gonna be unparalleled for sure.
Working on a pretty badass assassination montage too, but Nick is not a part of that unless he wants to be.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say you could have a ninja
cameo somewhere.
Yeah, I can have you in there.
Throw a couple of the collab shots in or something. Yeah.
I was in that one Halo 5 one actually.
That's true.
One clip, yeah.
That's true. Nick did have a clip in one of the Halo 5 assassination videos I did. He was just in the background, Are
you like you're like a pro ninja or something though. I remember one of the first clips you posted when Reach came out was like I don't know, it was like a triple elite assassination. You jump on the guy, assassinate him, and then jumps 180, assassinate the other guy. You hit 3 in a row, and it was an invasion or whatever.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. I should have found that clip.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. But I don't know. I've always loved assassinations, and that just kind of happened, I guess. Just the most efficient way to get them.
You go for it enough, and then
yeah,
figure it out. Helvadam 224 says, question for Nick, what is your favorite cursed Halo weapon? We'll say it for both of you guys.
Ooh, favorite cursed Halo weapon. That's a hard one actually. I like the sniper just because of how absolutely dumb it is.
Say its full name, Nick.
What's it called again? I can't remember.
The flaccid sniper rifle.
The flaccid sniper rifle. So basically,
it waves around, right?
Yeah, so it waves around whenever you fire. It goes boing. So it's just hilarious to use. I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite one to use, but it's hilarious. The rocket launcher, it's backwards, so you have to look away from your enemies to fire it at them. I think the blunderbuss just because it annihilates your enemies, but you can also speed run with it. So if you fire away from you, it'll launch you across the map. So it's just a lot of fun to use.
Sick dual purpose.
Yeah.
What about you?
Nick kind of took my answer there at the end. I think I'm going to go with the blunderbuss as well. I just love being able to launch myself around the map. And then the frag grenade. It's not really a weapon, but that's my second, I guess.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like it makes it way more fun. Just like getting like just a horde of I guess I was gonna say a flood. There you go.
Literally anything. Oh yeah,
literally
the
anything.
flood.
Literally anything. But the
Yeah,
flood,
yeah.
I saw you throw it. You got all these infected form flood that
Like,
like,
are
and then
you
once you
kidding
kill
me right
those,
now?
little flood come out of those ones, and it's like
Yeah, I was in a tough spot where I was like cornered by a bunch of Covenant, and I threw the nade, and they just spawned a Wraith, and the Wraith blew my ass up. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, oh, is it on my side? No,
Yeah.
it's not.
oh my god. That's nuts. Okay, and then we have from Hidden Reach. Neil says, who would win a 1v1?
I'm gonna say Nick would probably win, but I guess it kind of depends on what game type we're playing.
I think, okay, I feel like Halo 1v1s can be cut down into different variations. So if it was a pure sniper 1v1, I am confident enough to say that I would win. Whereas if it was just like Halo, we'll talk Halo 5 because that's our most played Halo. If it was a Halo 5 Magnum 1v1, Taquan has the most annoyingly randomly good shot against me. I don't know what it is. Every single time I just don't expect it to be that good, and then he just fives me out of nowhere, and it makes me so angry because I'm like, I should be winning, okay? Because I play more, but then I don't. So I think if it was a Magnum, it's very, very 50-50. Sniper, I'm gonna just go with myself because I don't know.
On Halo 5, I'd say with the sniper, it's pretty close, but other Halos, I'd say you're probably better.
Where's your montage?
Right. There you go.
Oh my god. Okay. No, I remember Nick and I were in Forge one time. This is like the spawn of this like thing with my Magnum randomly being really good. Like we were in Forge doing something for a video, and randomly we just started trying to kill each other. And I fived Nick like 3 or 4 times in a row, and I don't think I've ever seen him more upset in my entire life. He was like every time every time I killed him, he would just get like more and more mad because it shouldn't be happening, and it just it peaked in him just erupting. It was incredible.
I think I was hungry.
all the excuses come out. I think that's the thing too. Is it's like it's not even necessarily about who's better, or it's more about like who can tilt the other more, kind of. You know what I mean? Like who just makes you more mad. Like if Taquan gets under your skin, you're gonna start playing poorly, Nick. You know what I mean? Like some of my buddies who I think I should be beating, when I start losing, I get so mad and then I just lose harder. I just fly in.
What's happening?
I'm so stupid. Yeah. Just call bullshit. Yeah. So that's what we have for the chat. Oh wait, we got one more. What game of the whole Halo saga do you prefer? Favorite Halo? Classic.
I think overall I would have to go with Halo 3. Halo 5 is a really close second though, but I think it's just because Halo 3 has a really good campaign to go alongside it, whereas Halo 5 doesn't. So Halo 3 for sure, but Halo 5 is just like it's right there. It's just right behind it.
Right.
So my top 3 are, it's definitely Halo Reach, Halo 5, and Halo 2. And it's a close tie between Halo 2 and Halo Reach for me. Number 1, I think it's going to be Halo Reach. That's what
Damn, you put Halo Reach as your number 1.
Halo Reach is not the best.
Not the best one.
It's the best for me.
Right. I guess I guess it depends on where you start too. Probably like if Halo Reach could have been that one that really got you invested.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I started with Halo 1, but then Halo Reach is like.
But Halo Reach still, yeah.
It's kind of where I spent most of my time. It's when I really got into Halo. So I think we all have that one Halo game where we just kind of like that's where we got into it. And that was Reach for me. So
that was from Planted 32. Thank you for that. Yeah. So now that the year's kind of begun, this is our quote unquote year of Halo. Hopefully, do you guys have any Halo related goals coming up this year? I know recently. What just happened, by the way? What did you drop?
So this is a pro tip to everyone watching: don't buy desks at IKEA because your mic stand will rip off a chunk of it.
Did that just happen?
Yes, that just happened, but we don't talk about it.
Chunk of your desk. Just
have the chunk to show.
No, I don't. Sorry.
Are you holding your mic arm now?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. All right. We're about to close out. I was just I noticed Ishii recently did a tour to Halo where he was trying to win a multiplayer game in every single Halo title. Do you guys have any kind of goals like that, or anything that you're looking forward to accomplishing this year? Of course, we've got all the Halo games coming out on PC. Just to kind of close it out.
I love Ishii, but I think he actually quit that challenge because it got too frustrating for him.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard he wasn't really happy with that. Halo 5 wasn't his favorite, I don't think.
Yeah, I think I want to give that a go at some point, but any goals for this year that I want to do, sorry?
Yeah.
Just keep, just keep on my grind. You know how it is. Just keep working hard. Obviously a lot of big things is happening this year. Around about E3 time is when things are gonna really get crazy, I feel. So just keep working hard. I'm really aiming for 100,000 subs this year. I believe I can do it. I think Halo on PC is gonna really be nice stepping stones up to that. And whenever Infinite comes out, if anyone hits the first month of Infinite correctly, that could really propel your channel to crazy heights. So I hope big things are for all of us in this call right now.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's I think that's actually a realistic goal for you, man. So from 70 to 100 with everything this year, and then the explosion at Infinite, it could be pretty crazy. So
hopefully
that happens. Talkwin, how you doing? Holding the mic there.
I'm hanging in there.
Goals?
Yeah. So goals for this year, other than fixing my mic stand, I think 100,000 subscribers is like my big, I guess, a subscriber goal for this year.
Nice.
I remember when I started my channel when I was 13. I put in my channel description, like,
young lad.
I was like, my dream is to one day hit 100,000 subscribers. And I remember like setting that goal when I was 13 and just like hitting it, even though obviously like in the grand scheme of things, it's not an insane amount anymore. It still would really like mean a lot to me. It's still a good amount, but yeah, that's one of my goals. And another is just kind of, I just keep making my content better. I'm always trying to find new ways to improve and make things that are, more interesting, funny, or cool than what I made before. And so I think Halo Infinite's going to provide a lot of opportunity to make some really cool stuff. So I'm excited to kind of, keep on entertaining people and getting better and better.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what you have. I'm looking forward to another like Old Town Road type thing or something. That'd be like a big
funny
project.
That you say that.
Yeah.
I had some people wanting me to do like a parody of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, but like a Halo one. And so it's not completely ruled out, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
There's going to be some song that's going to come up this year that's going to be the new meme or
the
something.
Next banger.
Something's going to pop.
The next banger. Right.
I'll make a parody of it.
Can't avoid it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all in good time. But awesome to have you guys on the show as always, and great to have you on together. I know you guys are good buddies, and you're making kind of similar content. Apparently, I don't know. That's what it looks like from the videos. Unless it's all a ruse. You're just hiding it.
As soon as the recording ends, we're like, oh, thank God.
God. Yeah.
But
great to be here, man. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. And looking forward to the dual ninja not montage. I guess you got the ninja stuff coming out. Hopefully that comes out. But yeah, until then, back on the grind, more Halo, and hopefully things are exciting by the end of the year. We're just going to keep grinding and see how it goes. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, man.
See you. All right, guys, that's everything for today's episode of HCS Weekly. Hopefully you enjoyed. Remember, if you like this and you want to see more, you can check out the YouTube channel. We have youtube.com/UGC events. All the VODs go up on YouTube. And this will also, of course, be in the past broadcast. It'll be on Spotify. It's on Google Play, all your podcast platforms as well. So a lot of different ways to enjoy this on the go and just experience some HCS Weekly. We got more coming up next week, Tuesday, 5 p.m. CT. Stick around with twitch.tv/UGC. I'll see you there. Have a good night.